if it won't. That cash didn't work, that out didn't work. Move fast didn't work.
Alright, cool.
You gotta hide at first, or imagine it first before you grab that work. That cash work, that out didn't work. Move fast didn't work, no action work. It's passion first, you gotta hide at thirst, or imagine it first before you grab that
Hey, how's it going? It's your host, Tyson. Welcome to the Rhythm of Autism TV show.
And this is your co-host here, Faceman, aka Young Swoosh. I ride in the coupe. I ride 4 doors so you can ride with me too. You know what it is. And we got a real special guest, and we're gonna let him introduce himself like everybody else.
My name is Dutch Ruger, part of the We Own family. My music, Unstable, y'all know what's going on.
Dutch Ruger, man, it's an honor for you to be on my show, man. The Rhythm of Autism TV show. Overcoming your obstacles, sharing your victories. A lot of pain going on in the world today. Dutch Ruger, man, people wanted to know, bro, is what is your story when your struggles, your pain you go through in life when you start from the bottom and stuff?
Well, you know, the first step is getting out the bottom. You know what I'm saying? And staying away from the bottom. And a lot of people get the bottom misconstrued. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people say they come from the bottom and they be like, oh, they come from the bottom and their mama gave them, they had everything they wanted in school, they had everything they wanted in life, and they just didn't get what they wanted. You feel what I'm saying? But I come from the bottom where the bottom is settled, we have nothing. You know what I'm saying? The government assisted for everything, you know, food, all that, you know what I'm saying? So the bottom is scary.
Having the peanut butter, no jelly.
Man, having
to go and borrow the sugar.
Try a serve sandwich, sugar water. You know what I mean? Powdered eggs. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Shit like that. That's, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Yeah, real cheese sandwiches.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Bottom
Grilled cheese.
That's starting from the very bottom right there, what you just said.
Yeah.
Man, that's deep right there. Oh yeah, people wanted to know where you're originally from.
I'm originally from Chicago, Illinois.
Okay, shot time.
Shout out in this thing, you know what I mean? But I'm adopted by Minneapolis, you know what I'm saying? Like, Minneapolis is my home. That's where I have graduated from as well, you know what I'm saying? I have my children at, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I love Minneapolis, so it ain't where you from, it's really where you at. You know what I'm saying?
Glad you said that, man. A lot of people say, you know, they from Chicago and they, you know, put Minnesota down and just rep it, but they...
Yeah, you know, not to down Chicago, and then I go back home, you know, every time I get a chance, but you know, like, this is what I'm repping, you know what I mean? This is where it's at, so...
You originally from the west side or south
From
side?
the south side. See, we kind of like a traveling family. You know what I'm saying? I lived in Chicago. I lived in Omaha, Nebraska. You know what I'm saying? We just travel.
Omaha. I got family though.
Yeah. So Omaha's pretty dope. Shout out to Chicago, Omaha. You know what I mean?
Yeah, salute. And then you know, that's some real. And then that's dope what you just said. What year when you moved to Minnesota?
02, 03.
02, 03.
Yeah, 8th grade. I was in 8th grade when we moved to Minnesota.
Oh, okay, that's what's up. Like you was like 14 at the
time? 13.
13. All right, that's what's up. What schools you went to out here?
I went to Jefferson over South. Shout out to Jefferson. Graduated from Patrick Henry. Shout out to the.
Oh yeah, you know my sister, my little brother graduated.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Shout out to Patrick Henry. You know what I mean?
Patriots, man.
Yeah, I know what's going on.
Yeah, shout out to them though.
Yeah,
man.
Man, Henry off of like 42nd?
Yep, 42nd.
Okay.
Yeah.
Towards like Fremont, right?
No, towards Penn. Like I think it's like on Newton.
Oh, okay.
Over that way.
Okay.
Yeah, man, most definitely, man. I like what you just said, man. I'm saying. And then another question for you. People wanted to know is that how did experience make you feel when you first got into music? What made you start rapping, take it serious, and you know, take everything to the next level, pretty much?
We used to do this thing back on. You remember how they used to have Freestyle Fridays on 106 Park or whatever like that?
Yeah, man, so, I miss them days.
Yeah, we used to reenact that. You know what I'm saying? Like every Friday we get out of school, we gather up in front of the crib and we'd be freestyle. You know what I mean? And the reason why we moved up here, you know what I mean? Because my father, he got incarcerated. The feds came and got him. You know what I'm saying? And we had to move. You know what I mean? Everything wasn't going right. You know, mom was going through what she was going through. And that was one of my ways to get away from everything that was going on. Like we was staying in a 1-bedroom house with like 13 people. You feel what I'm saying? Me and all my siblings, grandmother, you know what I mean? Shouts out to my grandma, she made it work, you know what I mean? But music really was my exit and the way I can get away from everything that was going on in the real world. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Music is my own world. That's the only place I can go where the microphone and it's not going to judge me for what I say to it. It's going to shut up and it's going to listen to me without giving me any kind of feedback. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I got through my situation.
I can imagine you put a lot of real, stories in, your music, man.
Yeah, everything I say is all
pain,
facts, bro.
man.
Everything I say is
That's
all
what's
facts.
up. I get that feel from you.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I definitely try to keep it 100% authentic, not like these other cats, you know what I'm saying? The game's so watered down now. It's fake.
Real, man.
So,
Yeah,
It's like you look at something, you can't even believe what you're looking at,
Yeah.
understand.
And then it can look like it,
Right.
and it can smell like it, and it can, you know what I mean? But it's not it. You know what I mean? So,
Right.
Yeah, man. But how old you were when you started rapping?
13.
Oh, 13.
I was 13 when I first started making music.
When you moved to Minnesota, that's when you started rapping.
When I moved to Minnesota, that's when I started taking music serious.
Oh, okay,
You know what I'm
gotcha.
saying?
Okay,
I mean, we was
gotcha.
just doing a little Freestyle Friday thing. I used to suck at Freestyle Friday.
I used to be that.
I started bad too.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, I
used to start with the beat sometimes.
Hey,
I used to start with the beat song.
And I'm gonna keep it 1,000. I used to suck. But I can stand on business today and say I'm one of the best in the city. I guarantee you that.
That's what's up.
Yeah, man, I feel it, man. And the people, and another question for you, people wanted to know is that if you have an advice you want to give to people for like family, no, well, no, man, I'm getting.
Take your time.
No. If you have an advice you want to give to the young generation and people look up to you as far as the music and everything, what they doing, what's some advice you want to give to people watching at home? Like,
Stay true to yourself. You know what I mean? Be you and be the best at what you do. You know what I'm saying? Don't let nobody tell you what you're doing is wrong. However your heart feels, do that. However your gut feels, do that. You know what I'm saying? And take the initiative to really go through and figure out what you want to do in life. You know what I'm saying? Because rushing it or you know what I mean, not knowing what you do. Like, I'm only 30. You know what I'm saying?
30.
And I still got a whole life to live. You know what I mean? There's so much stuff I want to accomplish, and sometimes I be feeling like I'm a failure because I didn't accomplish those things yet. But I've accomplished so much. It's like it's kind of crazy. But be patient with everything you do. You know what I mean?
Man.
And be 100% of everything you do.
Yeah, man, most definitely. I feel it. It goes for like the kids and the young generation, and people look up to him as far as everything what he doing, man. Like he just said, man, know what I'm saying? Man, stay focused, man, stay out the way and chase your goals and put your mind to it and keep doing your thing, man, because that's everything what he trying to say.
Facts.
Yeah,
Facts.
it's never late, bro. And like when you was just talking about that, it made me think about like 2 Chainz.
Yeah.
Like he 40-something years old when he
Finally blew.
Finally
You
blew
know
up.
what I mean?
You know, technically close to 40.
Yeah,
when he finally blew up.
yeah.
And he,
And I don't really like necessarily like say I'm afraid with like not blowing up yet and everything like that because age is the only thing. I mean, music is the only thing that really don't age. You
Right.
feel what I'm saying? Like
Age don't really matter.
Ain't no retirement in music. You know, like
Yeah.
people blow up.
Yeah.
There's people that's 60 years old going famous off Facebook and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's just.
but some people mind frame, they think it's too late when they hit a certain age.
Yeah, because the
and
game
then,
is run by younger individuals. You know what I mean? So the young ones, the new era, the new faces and everything like that. So you really gotta adapt
right.
to what's going on for you to be, you know what I mean, a situation in the game where you matter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we just taking our time, being patient. We blessed, you know what I'm saying? We got the My music popping out. We on Unstable. I'm working on a nonprofit for young men and young women called GANG. It's an acronym, Giving to All Needing Guidance. You know what I'm saying? So we got a lot of stuff going. Yeah, we got a lot of good stuff going on in the city. We got a lot of positive stuff going on for the city too. So be on the lookout because I got a lot of positive stuff for the kids. We're gonna teach y'all hip hop. You know what I mean? We're gonna try to keep y'all out these streets and stuff.
And ain't nothing better than giving back to your community where you started from.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, man. Know what I'm saying, man. Give back to the community, man. Young women, young men, man. Know what I'm saying. Make sure, man, what he's doing, man. He trying to do something positive, man. You know, I give him credit for that. And then another question for you, people wanted to know is that where's your overcome obstacles when you overcame?
One of my obstacles I've overcame is really getting up out the streets and staying up out the streets. You feel what I mean? If you know me, to know a person is to love a person. You know what I'm saying? And if you know me, you know that's one of my biggest things, one of my biggest obstacles, because I've been a street baby all my life. You know what I'm saying? I jumped out the porch when I was 11 years old, doing stuff and seeing things that grown men would only see at a young age when I'm 11. You know what I mean? So I got to this age, I done did so much, I done been through so much jails and fighting cases, and you know what I'm saying? Now it's finally like I'm out. You know what I mean? And like,
Right.
I'm out.
All
This,
that
this,
passion,
I'm
right?
out. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm good. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't catching cases no more.
Right.
We ain't doing dumb. You know what I mean? We legitimately, legally making money. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't got to do the dumb stuff we used to do. So
Right.
that's one of the obstacles that I've always had is getting up out the streets, and I've done that. You know what I mean? Shouts out to my kids because they was one of the reasons why I got up out the streets. You know what I mean? 'Cause they can't do nothing. You know what I'm saying?
The
They
kids
can't
pretty
learn
much
nothing.
changed your life pretty much when you brought them in the world.
Yeah, and I ain't gonna stunt my I had my daughter. I was still a little wild when I had my daughter.
Oh,
You know what I'm
okay.
saying? But when I had my son, it was like I gotta teach him how to be a man.
Right.
I can't teach him how to be no man if I'm in a box or if I'm in a cell. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
doing stupid stuff.
yeah,
man.
you know
can't
what I
be an
mean.
example.
So now somebody else gotta teach him how to be a man, and somebody else gotta tell him how his father was.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, nah, we ain't working like that. So that's really my kids, man. The obstacles, getting out the streets is hard, man. I know a lot of brothers don't make it.
Yeah, man.
Prisons.
Or sometimes people get pulled back to the streets.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Definitely.
Yeah, man. It's tough living, man. Know what I'm saying, man. I'm glad that, man, you still doing your thing with the music, man. I'm glad that all the stuff you've been through in the past, you not where you was before.
Yeah.
And just stay on your grind, man. That's all I have to say. But another question for you, people wanted to know is where the name Dutch Ruger come from? That's what people want to know. I don't know where it come from. You know.
Well,
Must be a real story.
I'm real. I'm one of them brothers that keep it 1,000. You know what I'm saying? Now,
In the streets.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Now, in high school, I came across a book called Dutch. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Now, Dutch was one of the most ruthless, killing, making money individuals. I don't know if y'all ever read the book Dutch. Go read the
Dutch.
book.
That name familiar.
It's 3 books. Dutch 1, 2, and 3. I'm a big fan. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of like the story he had when he was younger. Like it kind of like he was like I felt that he was kind of like talking about me because I was kind of going through the same stuff he was going through. You know what I mean? So I was just kind of like took on the name. Like, you know what? That's my name. So it's like a brother like Al Capone or my family, who was the real Rick Ross. That's my uncle. You know what I'm saying? Like the rapper Rick Ross taking his name.
You said the real
Freeway.
Freeway Rick Ross, your
Yeah,
uncle?
bro, I got his number right in my phone,
You
bro.
can call
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
it looked
yeah,
like,
bro.
bro.
call
The
him.
real Rick
I
Ross
just
is your
bro,
uncle.
hit him up, bro.
Yeah, because you know
I
he know him. He met him at the Super Bowl when he was here. You know, I know
We
him
was
back
with
in
him.
2013.
We was,
Oh, you was with him?
yeah, we was just,
Oh, you was with him too?
Yeah.
At the Super Bowl?
Okay.
I
Yeah,
was-
'cause I went to the Vikings party. I seen Tim and
Okay. He's selling his book.
Yeah, he was selling his book.
That's a small world, though. I didn't know that was.
Yeah, my cousin actually.
And I got a cousin that actually was around him in Cali. You know what I'm saying? And my
That's a
uncle,
small world,
you know,
man.
told
That's
me,
crazy.
you know what I'm saying, his name.
Yeah.
My cousin, man. So it's a small world, man.
Yeah. Actually him and my blood cousin, they best friends. And my blood cousin, he old as hell, he like 60 something. His name's Shitty Slim. Shout out Uncle Shitty. You know, Uncle Shitty. Hey, look, y'all laughing, but this man, I'm talking about, they had chest box full of gators. I'm talking about $20,000-$30,000. I'm sitting in my grandma's crib. He opened it up. Yeah, these 10,000, nephew. Look, these 20. I'm dead at. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I believe you, bro.
Yeah, for
You
real.
said,
Man,
you
that's
see,
real, man.
Yeah.
I'm already tuned
You know what
into
I'm
it.
saying? Like my son was just born. When they was up here, and we was over at the Airbnb. You know what I mean? Like my son over there rocking with. I got it on Instagram. Like he making my son laugh and shit. Like shit crazy. People don't be believing it. Like we was really finna beat somebody up downtown because they was saying like he was a snitch. You know what I mean? You know the stuff they be saying about him. But like, go about your business, man. You know what I mean? Like people be ignorant and stuff, man. Stop being ignorant. You know what I mean? Stop being ignorant, man. Embrace your brothers and sisters, man. For real, man.
For real.
We already losing too many to the police. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
Yeah, man, we gotta come together, yo.
Come together as one, man. Like, man, we got to, man. Yeah, man. But another question, people wanted to know is that where people can find you on social media and where people can check out your work, as far as your music, and where people like they talk about your show too and everything. What you got?
Okay, well, we got social media. We got Facebook, Dutch Ruger. Basically, everything is Dutch Ruger. You can find everything on Dutch Ruger. You know what I mean? On Instagram, Dutch It's Money Ruger. Twitter, Dutch Ruger. Instagram. Snapchat, Uchi.
Everything Dutch.
Everything Dutch Ruger. You know what I'm saying?
Dutch Ruger.
I got an album on iTunes right now called The Gang Print. Y'all go check that out. I got multiple mixtapes. We got a show today. I'm a guest performer. Humanize my voice. We basically trying to enlighten the community about how important it is to go vote. So we, turned it into a showcase, $1,000 showcase. You know what I'm saying? And the 13th, Red Sea. October 13th, we got the Thriller at the Park Roof at the Nomad. I'm up in there. We leave from Atlanta Tuesday. Yeah, and we're going down there for the A3C Festival. We got a whole lot of stuff going up.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna be down there for like a couple of days?
I'm gonna be down there from the 8th to the 15th.
Okay, that's
good.
good. Moving around.
You making major moves.
Yeah, so
that's what's up, man.
We definitely trying to make something happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
Man, that's what's up, man. Any shout outs you want to give to your family and friends?
Yes. Shout out all my people. Shout out the mob. You know, we on. Shout out my manager Kels, hardest working manager in the city.
Yeah,
shout out Minnesota Fats. Shout out OG Grips. Shout out My Music. Shout out Mom Pop. My kids. My dude Will Low Key Moore, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. He got everything pumping. You know what I mean? Get out there and register to vote, man, because we gotta take our cities and our country back. You know what I mean? Because y'all already know what's going on.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think the vote is next November.
2020.
Yeah, 2020.
2020, you know what I mean?
You already know, man.
We'll
We'll see who's gonna win. He's gonna be our next president, though.
Hey, I guess I'm gonna ask you who you vote for, who you not vote for.
Hey, man. It won't be Mr. Orange here. You know what I'm saying?
We already know we're going for Trump, though, but I ain't gonna say too much politics on here like that too much, though. I ain't gonna get on that.
I ain't really a fan of politics, you know what I'm saying?
But everybody know ain't no Trump.
Yeah, you feel me? But
Yeah,
definitely
we'll see who's gonna win 2020 though. We'll see.
Definitely shout out all them, man.
Man, I appreciate you coming through, my
You know,
boy.
it's always love,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Always
Oh,
love,
yeah,
man.
man.
What's going on? Yeah, for sure.
And you already know, man. Make sure y'all go to his show later on today, man. What time is it?
It's from 7 to 10.
7 to 10.
7 to 10, y'all pop up, pull up. We got Trap House Chicken there. You know what I'm saying? We got live music. I'm performing, going crazy. We got special guests, Minnesota Fats, the big homie AK. Shout out to big homie AK, making shit happen too. You know what I'm saying?
Man, there you go, man. Yeah, man, check out his music. Check out his show tonight, 7 to 10. And, man, go check him out because he's a good performer, Dutch Ruger, man. And, by the way, before we get out of here, I just want to say, it's your host, Tyson.
And this is your co-host here, Faceman, a.k.a. Young Swoosh. I ride in the coupe. I ride 4 doors, so you can ride with me too. Holla.
If you want that cash, then work. That out, then work. Move fast, then work. No action, work. It's passion first. You gotta have that thirst, or imagine it first before you grab that work. That cash, work. That out, then